Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Ankit Parashar and I'm Assistant Editor Cyber Media. And first of all, I would like to welcome you all on a behalf of CRAYON team and Cyber Media. And also thank you to take your precious time for us to attend this beautiful conference. So I would like to, first of all, I would like to call Mr. Vikas Bhosle, CEO CRAYON, to give a welcome note. Please, Mr. Vikas, stage is yours. Thank you.
Is it on? Is it on? Audible? Good evening, everyone. I don't know what I should call you. Should I call you gentlemen, friends, comrades, associates, uh, or all of the above? Because for me, this is not a conference like the gentleman just said. Uh, there are several reasons why we are doing this. Right? So I'll come straight to the point. Why after 4 years of we being as Crayon and earlier to that, many of you were associated with Cryptos for maybe about 10 years, that we suddenly woke up to do something that we have never done before, right? So there are three reasons for that. Uh, the first reason is that, like I said, we've never done this before. We've only been doing business with all of you, and we've just been reaping the benefits of most of your hard work and toil and establishing ourselves in the market, and we never got together as a formal or an informal setup to have a meet and greet session. So that's point number one. The other point, whilst we were doing, setting our business up here, one of the things I wanted to set something which creates a kind of a brand identity for Crayon. So what I wanted to do was replicate something we called as the Nordic Infrastructure Conference. It's a 3-day conference that we do in Norway, which is a paid event, mind you, but it's all about technology. It's all about what's happening in the industry, where is the industry heading towards, and Crayon does it. And the speakers are all freelancing technology speakers from across the globe. It's not a Crayon forum strictly. It's just a knowledge forum that Crayon does. And I wanted to replicate similar to the Nordic Infrastructure Conference here in India. I spoke to the organizers of NIC. I got the profiles of the speakers, all these freelancing consultants who talk on big data, IoT, you name it. Everything that we all talk about. And eventually, when we sat together to, design an entire concept, will the partners come? We've never done this before. We've never even got them to. Will they come and do this on a 3-day basis? We said, okay, let's first begin by a regional event, call our partners, do a little bit of meet and greet, talk about it, talk about technology, and then get started. So these are the two reasons. This was supposed to be also a little bit of a knowledge forum, but unfortunately our guest speaker suddenly had some emergency issues. So he was the CIO of DCB Bank. He wanted to talk about digital transformation, what he has done in the back, and what it means for service providers like all of us. Right? Unfortunately, he's not there. So my apologies for that. But let me quickly begin the welcome note by just saying thank you to all of you. And if my team is standing over there, I think a round of applause for everybody. There are partners in this room who have been, there is the first partner we have when we started business, which is Samir. There are partners who have been with us for ages, 10, 11 years. This is also a small gathering, which is our attempt to say thank you. It's also a small celebration, so it's going to be a little bit of an informal affair. When we started this business, and I must say this, when we started this business in India, I had this option of, should I build in capacity, to address the entire footprint of the market, or should we go the partner route? We very wisely decided to say, no, we will bank with the partner. We'll create a non-conflicting model where we will be the software management experts, the licensing expert, and we'll use the deployment capabilities of our partners and create an absolutely non-conflicting model. Complement both the services skills and go to the market. It's been hugely successful. Hugely successful, almost 60 to 65% of our business comes through all of you across the nation. So kudos to that, and thank you once again to all of you. This is, even today when I talk to a lot of our customers, to OEMs, Our ecosystem of partners continues to be a strong point of differentiation for all of us. And I hope that we will only get stronger and stronger from here on. So since this is all about digital transformation, I thought I should just kind of set the context, set the stage. What are we really talking about today? And for me, it's just about talking about what's the big transition that is happening in the marketplace. Everybody's heard about it. It is essentially the use of technology to disruptive processes which disrupt industries. And I've said this is the third event we are doing in as many days. And I am using the same example. When technology is used to disrupt industry, like in this example, the cab industry creates experiences for users. And today, because that experience is not with us, we have been seeing there are so many inconvenience because of the fact that these guys are just not there. So nobody even thinks that there are other options available. I can't come because Ola and Uber are on strike. This is a complete experience change, right? And it's all because a platform has been created, technology has been used to create something which is absolutely disruptive. My attempt in the next 5 minutes is just talk about, whilst this is happening, what do I see? When we did business in 4 years here, and we obviously came right in when digital transformation was taking shape. We obviously did all our business with all of you, most of you on the cloud. So for us, it was a very easy transition to talk to customers about this. So in this 4 years, and I met a lot of partners at VMware events while leading up to this event. And they said, because it would be nice if you could share some of your insights in this 4.5 years, because we are a very sizable company in India today. 700 plus customers, 400 plus partners, cloud distributors for different hyperscalers, pay-as-you-go models for practically every single OEM that exists in the market in this model. We have significant size here. So I think that could have been something which would have been of interest to all of you. So I thought I'll talk a little bit about that and quickly go through what I believe is very important. What worked for us, maybe it will work for you. There is no standard template in this world which is agreeable to everybody. So people will have disagreements. Okay, if you do not agree, take it with a pinch of salt. If you agree, it's good. We can always discuss more on it. If you don't, it's good as well. Everybody has their own success formula. There are always outliers, and that's the same here as well. First one is, in my belief, is go multi-cloud. And only the reason I say this is because every single customer interaction I have today, there is no customer who talks of a single cloud. He is very, very smart. He knows which workloads will go on which cloud. Part of the work that we do in suggesting cloud to the customer says, I have an in-house data center, or I am hosting with some Indian data center, but at the same time I am looking at a hyperscaler because I need something on analytics, or I need some services on IoT, and so on and so forth. There is, in my view, no way you will grow if you are just looking single cloud. The other thing, your entire thinking is to go multi-cloud, because you get exposure to that much many customers when you go multi-cloud. We've seen that. We've got access to in remote cities, remote customers, ever since we started doing two clouds. The other thing is, if you are doing whatever you are doing, your customers there is always a risk that your customers are already talking to some other cloud. You need to be very cognizant of that. You take any other large public cloud provider today, they're all on multi-cloud. The reason for that is customers are saying, I need multi-cloud. So you need to go multi-cloud. Second is, this is a given, build managed services capability. I mean, there's nothing, esoteric about what I'm talking today. It builds recurring value, it increases valuation, it increases stickiness, in whatever you are doing, it takes you apart from the herd, right? It sets you apart. Go vertical. And you may not, it's very difficult to do that, right? It's a very easy thing to say. Go vertical, because most of us are aligned on technology. But it may make some sense for all of you in some clusters of a business to say, this particular technology, I will try and go vertical in a particular cluster within the pan-India geography. The reason the ISPs are so distorted today or so sought after by anybody is exactly because of that reason. They provide specialization. This is to be a world of specialization. It cannot be a world of generalization. So unless and until you have a very specific industry vertical solution, after a point in time, that value proposition from your side may begin to get diminished. And we have Ashish who will follow me, who is the CEO of Pessimistic, who is an ISV, and he will talk about some of the experiences there. But I believe we are also thinking in ways of which we can start looking at going verticals in small ways. You just can't shift your business model from a horizontal model and go vertical, but you need to start making some steps around that. This is what we believe, this is what gave us success. In whatever technology that you want to build proficiency on, big data, AI/ML, IoT, app modernization, all of these are important in today's world. If you look at any landscape on digital transformation with any customer, if you see the complexity of technologies available and the services available, and you believe that you can do all of that, then it's a fallacy. It just does not exist. In the good old world, it was easy to say, I'll do end-to-end for the customers, I'll do integrated services, which is of course a tenet of digital transformation. But you may need to look at, in a particular customer environment, if I am very, very good on AI/ML, and there's somebody else in the room who is very good at IoT, how do I collaborate with him to provide a solution to a customer? Believe me, it works, it has to work. We have worked on that of our own sphere, we've been successful, but I'm dead sure that when you are going to a customer scenario, there are demands from the customer where you feel that you do not have the necessary capacity, capability or skill, and you need to kind of, break away the barrier of saying, I'm not going to work with him. It's going to be a cooperative world, we need to learn to work with each other. This is a little bit more cultural. This is all about people. 15 years back, I've been selling for 25 years. 15 years back, if my sales guy came and told me about a selling scenario, I could pretty much sit in the boardroom and say, ये customer खरीदेगा, नहीं खरीदेगा, इधर competition आएगा, ये होगा. Today, it is very difficult to do that. What a customer wants to buy, how he wants to buy, who is he talking to, what technologies is he looking at disrupting. It's a completely different environment. So it's important to empower the guy on the field to be able to take quick decisions. You cannot run organizations as fiefdoms, where one person is everything that you do. You need to have, of course, skill sets that they are able to do that conversation. Customers today don't want to hear that I am a relationship guy. Unless and until there is some depth in what you're talking, you've lost it, because I'll come back to you, there is not enough time today. There is somebody who has already come back to him and has taken the sale away from him. So empowerment is very, very important. Incidentally, even in the way we set budgets, and you may find it difficult to believe, I do my budget grounds up. I go to my team, I say, this is our yearly budget, I give them a guideline, and I say, you build it and you tell me what you want. How many resources you want, what different roles you want to create. It's a very grounds up exercise. Up until now, I was talking to Ashish and I said, today I had my budget. We've stayed true to what my team has given me. It creates a lot of buy-in. It helps them to come up with ideas. It creates a culture which is very trust-based, which is very innovative, and where people are encouraged to come up with different solutions and suggestions. And the last is all that we have been selling, right? It's all about customer experience. If I get a better experience today than what an Uber and an Ola gives me, I will switch. Ice goes, undoubtedly, right? So it is all about customer experience. Since you have done so much for me, what is it that you can expect from CRAYON? And these are the last two slides. This is the whole platform that we give to you free of cost. And I am not going to talk about it because Abhay will speak a lot about this. This is the entire lifecycle management for you as our partner. From the time you onboard with us, till the time you sell, go to market, everything. Leave it at that and let Abhay take it. But beyond that, there are a few things that I think are important from a CRAYON view perspective. One is the trust and credibility. I think I know of very little partners who have separated from us, right? Whatever we do, I'm not saying we are perfect. I'm not saying we haven't bungled up. but the intent to serve the partner is always there. And hence that has created a lot of trust, credibility, and transparency in the system. I remember in the last event in Citrix, one of the partners came to me and said, "You know why I do business with CRAYON?" I said, "Why, sir?" I said, "There was a sale I did with you. The sale was over. After 15 days or 20 days, your sales guy came to me and said, 'Sir, you need to raise an invoice because I owe you money.' I said, not in my industry experience of 15 years, has somebody come and said that I owe you money, please raise an invoice for me. It has never happened. So that's what people talk about us, thankfully. This logo of Accelerate is because we are trying to now take the entire association we have with customers and partners to the next level. In 3 days, we have had 3 events. We are doing 13 events in the next 45 days. And whilst we have spoken a lot about this, what I really want to do now is get into joint customer acquisition engagement with you. If you have 50 customers that you want to do business with, you come and tell me, with me and Abhijit in marketing, whether we need to take them on a yacht, or for a wine tasting session, or for a golf clinic, or for some other exotic things. In whichever way we want to go and acquire the customers, I'm going to put the money on the table to do that. Okay? By the way, in the event today, we are covering 5 partners for their offerings via cyber media free of cost. Because this is now our way of coming and telling you that it's time that you see some acceleration happening from our side. Anyone has about 10, of course this is all about ROI, we need to get the right kind of customers, so all that is a given. But I am willing to put my money where my mouth is. If you have customers you think can move over and start consuming and become our customers, I will put the money and we will get them in the room, and we will, if we need technology sessions, all of that we will do. Licensing, people have called us, we've done some Azure training camps for our partners. During the course of the discussion, I realized that some of the partners are training my team members also, so it's a nice give and take, right? So it's not necessarily I doing the technology consultation, you are also helping me do that, and that's an ecosystem which is good to have. Global reach. I have personally got many of you across India in touch with largely 2 markets, 3 markets. Middle East and Africa, South Asia, which is largely Singapore, and US. A lot of partners I have made the connection with our respective CEOs in those geographies. Okay, and then obviously from there on, how you take it is of course up to you. But you have the global reach in more than 40 cities. So if you have aspirations, we are the right partner for you. Sales program, we'll talk about trips and what we are running for you. We ran 2 years back a cloud team program which was giving money to not only you but even to your sellers. So that's something that you can expect from us. And this hope to be connected. An ISV in South India is helping a partner in North India sell to a customer in the West. I have innumerable examples of that. Okay, so this whole ecosystem that we have, which is a partner-to-partner connect, and that's why some of our OEMs also love us, is something, and it's all because of all of you, of course. It's something that we're very good at. So this is kind of where we think. These are some of my 2 cents of experience. I hope it works for you, and what we are wanting to do with you, and more. If you have suggestions, I'm very, very open. Once we are done, you can come across to me, we can have a chat. I am very hungry for customer acquisition, and so you are also. And I'll be very open to say, for a very short period of time, I have some money in my pocket that I can invest. But it doesn't stay very long in business, you know that. So the early birds catches the worm here. So feel free to come and have a chat. With that, I think I am done with what I'm supposed to say. One more time, thank you so much, and just a round of applause. Thanks a lot.
To call Mr. Ashish Nene, CEO, company called Pessimetrics, to give you the insight about the digital transformation he's using in his company. Over to you.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Good evening, everyone, and was on the deck was true. I've had personal experience. I don't mind sharing the fact that before we discovered Crayon, we used to work a lot with Reddington. And none of this is true with Reddington, and that's why we moved to Crayon. So I'm happy to state that. The second thing I like to talk about is before I talk about Precimetrics and what we do as an ISV, I would want you to view a video which is a live customer video that is going to be presented here. This is a video of a Danish company called Dief, which has gone live on the Crayon plus Precimetrics plus Microsoft Azure partnership. So take a look.
You know the partner to partner connect happening there.
Absolutely.
Cloud Exchange.
No worries. Introduction. What does Dief do? Dief manufactures controllers for diesel generators, wind equipment, as well as for solar. This is one of the largest OEMs in the Nordic markets. In the next 2 years, they are going to onboard 40,000 offshore and marine DEs on this platform along with Crayon. So that's what they're going to do. So what does Precimetrics do? So Precimetrics is an ISV. We have IoT platform built for 3 typical use cases. One is we work a lot with the manufacturing industry, both for process and discrete manufacturing industry, where our platform is used for monitoring all of the plant's operations. We have a second solution area where we work with OEMs like Dief, wherein their assets out there, whether they are material handling equipment assets or energy equipment assets or what have you, are IoT enabled, are completely monitored and managed on our platform. In the manufacturing use case, the primary intent of any manufacturer is to completely IoT enable and have an industry 4.0 implementation done, wherein the complete factory is digitized. Every shift, every operation is monitored. There is predictive maintenance on the equipment, so they have to be a 24-hour shift operation. It is possible. This application also collaborates with other systems like SAP, where production planning is done. Right, so you have a plan versus actual production, and we also work with OEMs in plants so that predictive maintenance can be done as well. We also work with a lot of OEMs for monitoring the assets, but here the use case is completely different. More and more OEMs are moving to the rental model, wherein instead of selling their products, they are renting out equipment. So to give you a very interesting use case, we are right now working on a proof of concept with a company which sells water and air purifying equipment, and they have about an installed base of about 15 million devices, and they are now offering this to the market as water as a service and air as a service. which means that you no longer have to buy any water or air purification machine. You just rent it and you pay based on the amount of water you consume, also guaranteeing you taste and pH levels. Right? So that's how the industry is moving. Now, for that to happen, you have to do warranty management. You also have to condition monitor those equipment, proactively fix the equipment in terms of any faults so that there is no downtime whatsoever. Because basically you're paying for the uptime of the equipment. Like if it's energy equipment, you're paying for the energy you basically consume. The third interesting use case where we work, which is the first implementation we've done, again this is on the CRAYON's cloud, is we started working in the smart city area as well. So Jaipur's 2 lakhs street lamps are completely managed, monitored, controlled and serviced on the Precimetrics platform and hosted with CRAYON. So that's what we do. We are a software company. Now, a lot of our customers basically ask us this question on where do we host this? So, since we are a software company, we are interested in licenses, right? So, the application can be hosted on the client's own instance, it can be hosted with us, or it can be hosted with a partner. So, we are open to all three, depending on what kind of go-to-market or wholesale we have, and we have a very strong wholesale program with CRAYON, for instance. If there is a customer that you get to our table, obviously you can drive the consumption. Right? So that's a quick summary of what Precimetrics does. We are a very young company, and before I stop, the interesting point from our perspective is we started 2.5, 3 years back and actively selling in the market. Today we are the only IoT startup in the market which is profitable and also the highest revenue growth. So I'll also like to thank CRAYON for this opportunity, and we'll love to work with them as a GTM. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Ashish. So before moving our next, like to take your eyes to our this standing. So there is a line written over there. The growth never happens by chance, but it happens when we work towards a goal. So there is a word which is very small but has a very deep feeling. That is we. So when a company, when a vendor, when they work closely with their partners, when they work strongly with their partners, nobody can't to stop to gain their targets and goals. So in this context, I would like to call Mr. Vishal Chandani, CEO and founder and CIO company called CXIO, to give you their experience with CRAYON softwares.
Good evening, everybody. Am I audible? Yes. Great. So our brand name is Cloud Exchange.io. Legally, our legal name is CXIO Technologies. So we are about two and a half year old company. We are born in cloud partner. So we are multi-cloud right from day one. Okay. So we currently have about all cloud expertise. We have more than 42 cloud resources. We serve currently more than 200 cloud customers. Okay, so what we call ourselves? We call ourselves as multi-cloud managed services provider. So right from day one when we started this business, we had one vision to go and help customers to take their cloud journey. Okay, and right from day one we were multi-cloud. So on day one of our company we had Amazon partnership, and thanks to CRAYON we also had Azure partnerships. Okay, so what we do, we help customers in selecting right cloud services. We help them migrate. We manage cloud infrastructure 24/7 for them, and then we do various value-added services. So why do a customer need a service provider like us, or a service provider like, why do a customer would need some kind of consulting or managed services? For that, we just have to go and understand what kind of problems customer would face when they wanted to take the cloud journey. So cloud is a journey for every customer, right? He cannot just switch off his data center and move to cloud overnight. So first of all, what customer needs to do is he has to first qualify that which applications are suitable to cloud. Okay, and what we have seen it for many customers is like cloud is not a hammer which you put on any problem and problem gets solved, right? That's not something which you have to do. You have to first go and qualify which are the applications which is suitable to go and take it to cloud first. So we go and help them. So we work with their customers business team, IT team, their even marketing team, understand what are their business pain points, which applications are suitable, which needs to be fine tuned to go and take it to cloud. Once we go and decide a couple of applications to be taken to cloud, we help them select the right cloud service provider because we have got choices today available in the market. Every cloud service provider has their own strength. Some of the services by a specific cloud provider are better than others, technically as well as commercially. So we help them to choose the right cloud service provider. Then what we do also is we help them design the cloud solutions, so including infrastructure as services, PaaS services, some of the platform managed services. We go and stitch all pieces together and create a cloud design which is dynamically scalable as well as high availability. What we also do is we help them orchestrate within the public cloud because what we do most of the time is we take most of the applications which are dynamically scalable, we go and take it to cloud first. So every application which is internal phase where we don't know how many number of customers they are going to get or the workload is unpredictable, that time we have to do a lot of orchestration, right, on cloud. So we go and do that. We also help customer migrate from one cloud to another cloud. We also help them from migrate in-premises to public clouds. And then we help them secure. Security is the most important parameter once we move a workload to cloud. And that's the biggest concern for most of the customers, right? So we help them to do insecure in cloud. Once they are there on cloud, we also manage it 24/7. So, we commit an availability for customers when they are there on cloud, right from the application to databases to operating system. And very important thing, last but very important thing is we help customers in optimizing their cost. So cloud is like a utility. If we don't control our cost well, the utility bill will go higher. And after a certain time, after 6 months, 7 months, or 1 year, customer will come back and tell you that see, Amazon is very expensive, Azure is very expensive. My in-premises was better. So, and that's an experience a lot of customers had got who did not actually got into a cloud optimization exercise. So we go and do that activity with the customers, right? So what we do is, we have built our own platform, which is a completely automated platform where we help customer compare between multiple public clouds. We also have built an automated platform where I can give a customer a choice between to select between multiple public clouds. Then he goes and select which region he wants to go and protect. So, for example, if there is a customer who has to deploy one application on cloud, so he just puts into our portal 2 CPU, 4 GB RAM, and some storage. So we compare between all the public clouds and all the regions. We give him a choice that this particular region is better for him. Then he goes and selects that region. We also give him a choice of operating system which he wants to go and deploy. Then we also go and give them a choice of application and databases which needs to go on top of it. And then at the end of the workflow, he just goes and deploys it automatically. So we engage project on Azure with operating system and databases, and an entire thing which actually happens is pre-hardened operating system. So what we do is, we have our own standards of hardening an operating system application and databases, so that moment we complete our deployment, the entire deployment which happens is pre-hardened. We don't use any of the standard marketplace OS application and database templates. So that's the entire workflow we go and manage. And at the back end, once we go and finish our deployments, we also go and configure analytics and optimization for all our customers so that we go and help them optimize their cost. So these are the services we go and offer. So we do consulting, we do aggregation, we do managed services, we do various value-added services like backup as service, DRS service, DevOps as services, cloud optimization as a services. So a lot of consulting services we offer. So we define strategy for customers to go to cloud. We actually we do a discovery assessment. If a customer has got 100 servers, which he wants to take it to cloud, we go and actually do an assessment where out of these 100 servers, which all servers can be migrated based upon the current consumption of your 6 months consumption, which server configuration can be migrated to which plan in Azure. Okay, so even those things we go and do. We also define the roadmap in terms of out of 5-7 applications which needs to be moved to cloud, how do we stack those applications? And last but very important thing is once we are there in cloud, what kind of security, what kind of compliances can be go and met when we are there in cloud. Okay, we do unified monitoring and billing. Okay, that's what we do. We also do 24 by 7, 365 support. So, what actually customer gets is he gets a single toll free number where he can just go call and we are there to support customers. We do backup and DR as services. So from in-premises, we can do cloud-based DR, and we do directly do DR. We do hybrid recovery also as an option. As I said, we do the cloud analytics as a services where we go and help customer optimize their cost ongoing when they are there on cloud. We also have a very big expertise in migrating large amount of data to cloud. So far in last 2.5, 3 years, we have migrated 200 terabyte, 300 terabyte data onto cloud, both Amazon and Azure. And we do online data transfer, we do offline data transfer, we do India data transfer, we have done Singapore data transfers as well. Okay, and this is very important because every customer who wants to migrate their workloads to cloud, what the biggest challenge which he faces is he has got terabytes of data which he has accumulated so far. Now, how does he move that application to cloud without migrating the data? And that terabytes of data cannot be done over the internet because kind of bandwidth which we got in India is not sufficient. So we have got an expertise in doing that data transfer. And one of our case study was presented by Amazon in Amazon Summit last year. Okay, where we helped a customer migrate 100 terabytes of data from in-premises to Amazon. Okay, so this is the areas where we go and give support. So from a private cloud perspective, we have done Azure Stack also. We actually sold India's first Azure Stack to a customer here in Mumbai. We have got multi-cloud capabilities. We do operating system support. We do database support. We do web application services support. We also have got good expertise in DevOps. So if your customer needs to build a CI/CD pipeline, so we do DevOps for them. We do security on cloud, and obviously we do containers as well. What we have done right from day one is, since we were very clear that we are a cloud managed service provider, we have built a white label brand called as cloudxsupport.com. So even if wherever we are selling cloud services and we are delivering support to our own customer services, is delivered by cloudxsupport.com. And cloudxsupport.com has no identity on the internet. You can just go and do Google, you will not find anything. It's a private domain. So what happens is, any of our partners who's actually taking our services to market is delivered their support as a cloudxsupport.com. So when a phone call rings into our support desk, it will be treated like welcome to cloudxsupport.com. When an email will come to us or my team will go and send an email, it is helpdesk at cloudxsupport.com. Monitoring is monitoring at cloudxsupport.com, services at cloudxsupport.com. What actually happens is any of our partner can just take all our services as a white label services to their customers. So what we help customers and partners to is, they can go and sell more cloud services where they can take the consumption, we take the support services for those particular customers, and they don't have to go and build multi-cloud capabilities. So we go and support them right from consulting, implementation, migration, managed services, and value-added services. All of these services are delivered as a value-added services today. We have got a lot of customers, a lot of banking financial services customers who already taken journey towards cloud. Some of the other references. We also do a couple of public sector customers as well. What we have also done is there are a lot of partners who are taking white label services from us. So Airtel Extra Data is their entire cloud journey is with us. So we are the exclusive partner where we help them bring pre-sales, we do implementation for them, we do managed services for them, we do migration for them when they are selling Amazon and Azure to their customers. And entirely everything is delivered as the white label services. So that's about it. Okay, thanks a lot, and thanks a lot for CRAYON. So when we started our journey in 2016, we had an option to become CSP Tier 1 or CSP Tier 2 option. And thanks to Cloud IQ portal, we are still CSP Tier 2. Okay, we are happy about it. Thank you very much.
So moving forward to our next speaker, Mr. Abhay Joshi, lead CSP CRAYON. He will give you insight on partner support program and benefits by CRAYON.
So, thank you everyone for coming. What I'm going to talk about is
Mike.
it's working out. Hello? Yeah, I think it started. So I manage CSP as a program for Crayon from the inception. So from when Crayon became CSP partners to Microsoft, and from then we started. This is not only about Microsoft. We are going to talk about all the softwares and all the IPs that Crayon has created. So primarily, if you look at it, I'll take the lead from Vikas's presentation. If you look at Crayon as an organization, we are present today in 24 plus countries. We address about 76% of addressable market in the world. So these are the markets where there are partners. If you look at the spread that we have, we are very strong in US, we are very strong in Nordics. We started in Norway, so obviously we are present across the Norwegian region, across Europe. We are here in India since 2014, we are in the Middle East as well, in Southeast Asia. With this geography of spread that we have about 4,500 plus partners today across the globe. With these 4,500 partners that we have in various programs that we run, we address about 1 lakh plus customers on a monthly basis with a sizable consumption on Azure, on O365, on SPLA program, on VMware, on Amazon, and so on and so forth. So there are various types of licenses that we have on a pay-as-you-go model. As Vikas said, we are pioneers on pay-as-you-go model. So we have various, it's a large landscape that we manage. We have Citrix, Microsoft, Oracle, DoubleTech, Red Hat, and you name it. So it's very difficult to enable the partners. It's a partner-centric organization. Our DNA is to work with partners, right? So it's very difficult to enable the partners to go to market to ensure that they can address their customers at ease. It's very difficult to ensure that we create an environment where partners can bring on their customers, as Vishal was saying, because of Cloud IQ. So Cloud IQ is one of the platforms that we have to ensure that customers can onboard their customers. Uh, it's always a partnership for us. It's always a relationship with the partner to ensure that it's easier, like as limited as possible intervention from Crayon or dependency on Crayon to bring the customers on board. Now, to manage all this, what we've created is a landscape of applications. This is all our IP. This is what Crayon has created for partners only. Now, if you look at the intelligent cloud portfolio that we have, it's of 6 steps: SAM IQ, Cloud IQ, Core, Digital 360, Cloud Desk, and Pulse. So some of the programs are only relevant to Microsoft. Some of the programs are relevant to rest of the OEMs as well. So if you look at what Cloud IQ does, what Core does, or what Cloud Desk does, it enables the partner to ensure that they have very limited or no dependency on Crayon while they are onboarding their customers. This is what our goal is. We want to ensure that you are completely empowered to take your own decisions, to onboard your customers whenever you want. Right? I'll quickly talk about a few of the key applications which you will require to manage. So most of you must have seen whoever is partnered with Crayon. This is Cloud IQ. As you log in, this is the page that you see. This is the first dashboard. At the dashboard level itself, you can manage all the things that you want. You can onboard the customer right here. You can create a subscription right from here itself. You can manage the subscription, add, delete, suspend, etc. from here itself. You don't have to fidget. You don't have to understand. There are no onboarding sessions required. That's the best part. You don't need to really learn the application. It learns by itself. It's a very simple 6-tab application. You can manage everything that you need from here. Okay. Some of the key things that we have seen in partner, it's developing. This is version 2nd, we are coming up with version 3rd. There are a few developments that have happened recently as well. Some of the key things that our partners have been requesting, and that's what we've addressed now, is you can add your margins. It's very critical for a partner that he can add his margin on top, a reseller margin, and then he builds his customers. Because somebody who brings on 200 customers to us, and if he is not able to manage his customers' margins with him, it's very difficult to track eventually, and he loses the track eventually. So that's what we've addressed here. You can add those customer margins as well. You can track their consumptions on a daily basis. This is what we have added 20 days back. This is a business dashboard. You can see the entire consumption with all the dissections that you want. I've masked the customer names here for obvious reasons. So you can see how the consumption has happened, what the trending is, how the trending analysis is, how your company has been spending on cloud, where the typical consumption is. You can see here on the center pie chart that what the kind of consumption spend or which area of consumption. So on virtual machine, how much is the total spend, how much is on the data services, and so on and so forth. You can also see which customer is more profitable for you, which is less profitable for you, or what's the consumption per partner is. This is all dynamic charts, so you can change, you can edit it, you can keep it customer based, you can download these charts, you can take screenshots, you can send it to the customers, use it in your QBR. This is the key, right? When we say that we want you to manage your customers on your own, when we say that it should be easier for you to manage your customers, this is what will help you. A trending analysis every quarter with your customer, and when you can do the optimization by yourself using these kind of charts, this is what will change the entire paradigm. One of the key things which Vishal had highlighted about a year back is when we said that we download these reports and see how the trending analysis works, and we can shut down the VMs. That time it was not auto shutdown on Azure, and he could see that the VMs are being used at the wrong time, and it is what not necessary. So this is what it can do. It can optimize on the world. You can see how the consumption is, and you can optimize it further. This is the bill that we send, typically. This is what you must have been receiving, whoever is my partner right now. It gives you complete analysis of your bill. What we want to ensure is that, again, from billing standpoint also, there is no dependency. We ensure that you can see your bills on Cloud IQ itself. You can go to Cloud IQ, download your own bill. All the transactions that have happened, minute by minute, are available on the Excel sheet. You can download it, you can view the way you want to, you can edit it here, you can create customer-based billing as well. In the Cloud IQ system itself, you can have different bills for each customer, consolidated bill for yourself. So you know as a company what you're spending, as a customer what you need to send, and change it and then send it to the customers. This has got 5 sheets. First sheet itself has the complete analysis, and second sheet onwards it goes with the details of it, and eventually you have an entire raw data that you can consume for yourself. Coming to core, this is a center of reseller excellence. The reason why we have created is, as I said, we have 4,500 plus customer partners globally. It is important, or it is critical for us to ensure that our partners are relevant, their customers are known, and then we can address the customers easily. Now, we cannot go and handhold every customer opportunity that a partner gets. Now, this is one portal which addresses that. This has complete information about Microsoft. So this is specifically for Microsoft we have created as of now. We will add other OEMs as well. Any information that you want on Microsoft O365, Azure, or D365, you have it here. You want deployment guides, ready. You want GTM templates, you want EDMs, you want telescripts, it's all there. This is all updated. So if Microsoft introduces new service tomorrow, we will have this here in 15 days. So because every 15 days it gets introduced, every information that you need about 500 pager deployment guide. And I can tell you without naming the large SI that we have, these SIs are using this to address the RFPs. Now when you get an RFP, if you want to address it with say media services, and you don't have a ready content with it, you can use this. There is a media content guide given there. Use the guide, it's a downloadable Word file, use that template, put it in the RFP and address it. So you have all the solutions which are required. If you want to train your team on how to sell, you have discussion guides here, you have infographics ready, specific services related information like DR service, backup as a service, infrastructure as a service, things that we really talk in market. It's all ready. If you want PPT specifically to those topics, the PPTs are ready, and these are all white label PPTs. So you can add your logo, you can send it to your customers and start using it. So if you don't have a marketing team within your company, it's a small company, this is a complete portal for you. You can use it, do your marketing without having a dependency on a third party. Pulse, this is CRAYON's loyalty program. Again, this is for Microsoft as of now. We will expand it to other variants very soon. For every $100 that you spend with CRAYON, be it on 365 or on Azure, you get 5 Pulse points. Now, this is one of our ways of engaging our partners, and this is the way our partners can award their employees, right? What we have here is we ensure that for everything that you consume, you are rewarded. If you want to add any campaigns, we add it here. So as of now, these campaigns have been with Nordics and Middle East. We are bringing those campaigns to India as well. So some of the campaigns like Go Wide with Crayon, where we said that if you consume about 20,000 points, we will add another 20,000 points to it, and one of the employees of the organization can go to Africa, and it's all paid from Crayon. So this is the way we can award the sellers who are actually selling on behalf of you, who are your employees. This is the way we can contribute to your business. Some of our partners in South, without naming them, I can tell that in their annual day, the awards that are being given to the employees of the year are all sponsored via Pulse. So that's the kind of Pulse point they have gathered. And you don't have to do anything different here. Whatever you're consuming with Crayon, that comes here automatically. Now, shifting from the IPs that we have generated to the topic of the day, digital transformation. Now, if you look at it, we spoke about it, collaborating. So, we believe in working together. P2P Connect is must. Unearthing the opportunities that we have, collaborating together is what we believe. This is a complete journey of what happens from uh, understanding the opportunity to actually going live and doing cloud migration. What we ensure is wherever you require opportunity, we have partners for that, be it ISV like Metrics or managed services partner like CXIO. We ensure that wherever you need support, we have an ecosystem of more than 500 partners in India. We ensure that we connect the right partner to you. You may or may not have that capability yourself, but we ensure that you can address the requirements for sure. That's what we try to do here. Now, if you look at building the partnership of future, this is where we play a key role, right? It's like a matrimonial site, Crayon, where we bring all the partners together. We ensure that the assessments can be done with in-house or capabilities from our partners. We ensure that it can be planned accordingly. We ensure that it can be deployed as per customer requirements. We ensure that the entire journey of his being there on cloud can be managed. Now, it is not necessary that the initial first 2-3 phases only needs to be managed. It's the entire journey that needs to be managed. Some of the things that will be from the deployment standpoint, or some of the things can be completely from management standpoint. Now, what we have tried to do from our side is patch the tools that are required. Now, for example, SAM-IQ. SAM-IQ is the way we can do help to our partners, where we can do the initial assessments for you for SAM to Cloud to understand what their current environments are. We have the skill set to understand the current licensing that the partners are using. It can be the EA that they are using, and how can we leverage the current engagements to go to the cloud. And so some of the portals that we have created to ensure that there is a continuous support from Crayon to all our partners. This is one of the latest promos that we've launched. This is consume and get high returns. Idea here is to ensure that, as Vikas said, get more customers or acquire more end customers, right? So one of the promos is on the consumption that you have from July, August, September, whatever growth that you do from July, August, September to October, November, December, on the growth we have up to 5x of reward, right? So if your current consumption is say $100, and if you go to $200, that $100 the delta, $100 we give 5x of INR. Okay, there is no catch, it's a straightforward consumption and it's a straightforward return to you. On the new customer ad, if it's an enterprise agreement, for example, everyone knows you can be a decor. If it's an enterprise agreement, we give you 20,000 rupees. If it's a net new customer on CSP, we give you 10,000 rupees. There is no cap again. You can bring as many customers as you want. Only criteria, it has to be $3,000 and above for a quarter, $1,000 in a month. That's the only criteria. 10,000 rupees has no caps. You can bring as many customers as you want, and we can go like it. This cannot be combined with any other offer. We have custom GTNs that we do with partners. So we have a lot of partners where we have done custom GTNs for them. So that cannot be combined together because there are multiple GTNs that we are doing across India. That's it. Thank you from my side. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you, Obey. So, my request, kindly please fill up your feedback form and give it back to our representative out there at reception. Now, I would like to call Miss Priya from Hosting Services to give to take us to the digital transformation journey with Crayon. Ms. Priya.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being a part of this event. My name is Priya. I'm a part of business development and sales team at Cloud.in. We are business unit by Host and Services Private Limited. Well, to begin with, I will not take much of your time. I will start with the introduction part of Cloud.in. We are a cloud agnostic company. We work with Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure. We are a very good partner with Crayons as well. We are also a VMware partner, right? So today we'll be talking about the kind of expertise that we have. We also talk about the kind of use cases that we do for our partners and our end users. And we will be also sharing some light about the kind of case studies that the business case studies that we have. So a little bit about the association that we have with Crayon and Cloud.in. We are associated and partnered with Crayon from past 10 years. Crayon has been helping us with asset management and licensing part, and also keeping us updated with the latest technologies, and also introducing us to the very new partners, including the ISVs and system integrators as well. So we both work together and build relationships across enterprise, emerging enterprise companies. We are a very focused companies as well as digital solutions are concerned, digital solutions on cloud are concerned. So we work very closely with Crayon. So a little bit more about us. I would like your attention on this particular slide. We are a very proud partner of AWS. We are very strong in those technologies. We are also partners with Microsoft, VMware, and Google. As far as AWS is concerned, we hold n number of certifications and credentials. For AWS is concerned, we are public sector partner, advanced consulting partners, public sector partners, and commercial resellers for AWS. We are also Microsoft Windows competency partners. This is we are the only one company in Asia Pacific region who hold this particular certificate. We are expertise in delivering CDN and edge location services for various complex migrations. So if any one of you are have any kind of partners or customers who are looking for CDN services, we're the go-to partners for CDN services. And we hold expertise in also delivering EC2 Windows service delivery expertise, which also means we are also competent in Microsoft and also in EC2. So we are also partnered with Tata Communication for the CDN resellers. We are end-to-end complete managed services providers for multi-cloud strategies. What really differentiates us is the experience that we hold. We are a 19-year-old organization. We have been running NOC services from past 19 years now, and we also hold expertise in VMware migrations from on-prem to cloud, and also hold expertise in managing VMwares on-premise as well. So we have 24 by 7, 365 support NOC services, expertise in Linux and Microsoft. We have custom SLAs depending on the kind of workloads that are being put on the cloud and on-premise. And we hold compliance certifications as far as the banks and the payment gateways are concerned. We are PCI DSS certified data center setup. A little more light about our offerings. We are a complete end-to-end cloud-based consultants and managed services providers. We help you and your clients move from advisory to the integration and also supporting those particular workloads. So what we basically do is, if there are certain clients that wish to move to cloud and do not have you do not have those expertise inbuilt in house to kind of take that particular project or a workload or a client's relationship to the next level, that's where we come in place. We are a very partner friendly company. We work with n number of partners, and we bring in a lot of value add as far as these workloads are concerned. So right from consultation and advisory services, we help companies in designing and articulating those services on cloud, let that be on Azure or on AWS. We help in cloud transformation services. We help you in making those on-premise application become cloud native. We help in integration of these applications. We also help in complex migrations. So let that be a Microsoft workload being migrated to cloud, we help in CDN migrations as well. So we have, like I mentioned, managed cloud operations, complete end-to-end cloud, managed cloud operations, right? We also have expertise in automations and DevOps. We also have, like I mentioned, the integration services, making the applications more cloud native. Ahead, let's throw some light on the kind of use cases that we have in house and also the kind of projects that we delivered. On premise to cloud migration, public cloud migration. So, this is a very common use case, but we have taken up projects which are complex in nature. We do custom ERP application migrations. We do Salesforce applications which need more bandwidth in terms of your peak handling or auto scaling or high availability, those kind of applications as well. We move from on-premise to private cloud migrations as well. If there is a hybrid cloud setup, that that kind of a consultation that you're looking for, or your client, that's where we come into picture. Like I mentioned, the seasonal traffic, there are certain e-commerce clients that we have. They have set up on a very native scale of how during the seasonal time the infrastructure of theirs on cloud is moving up and down on large scale and a low scale. So a little bit more about our expertise as far as backup and disaster recovery and CDN is concerned. We have worked with digital media assets and moved petabytes of data. We are one of the very few companies who hold a case studies of using AWS Snowball. We've moved petabyte of data from on-premise to AWS. This is one of our very elite clients in media companies. We also work for endpoint backup solutions on cloud, which could also be your SaaS-based applications, or moving your complete data from on-premise to AWS or Azure and any other private or public cloud. As far as disaster recovery is concerned, we have disaster recovery as a service. We assist you end to end, and how to the ISVs also to move their data and create a complete custom made disaster recovery plan and business continuity plans. CDN migrations, we do complex CDN migrations like I mentioned, and with a complete dynamic content delivery. So, throwing some light on edge locations, edge services, and serverless technology. We've worked with a lot of enterprise companies where serverless is in demand presently, where you require infrastructure on demand. Infrastructure as a code is also a very good competency that we have there. There are several, security and compliance related applications and projects that we take up. Since we are PCI compliant, there are a lot of banks and payment gateways that we work with. We also help in a compliant based requirement where the company or the partner requires a HIPAA compliant or a GDPR compliant requirement. We work there as well. We also do reverse migrations. So we also move certain workloads for whatever reasons from cloud to on-premise, from one cloud to another cloud, and also from one particular CDN to another particular CDN. Okay, with this, I would like to mention a very big thank you to Crayons and the team. The event has been very peaceful and nice, and I would encourage you to come join with us and talk to us about your clientele, and let's see how we can collaborate and work together. And I would request your time to just few more minutes, and we would be playing a very short video about our introduction and the kind of work we do at Cloud.in. I will be playing the video shortly. Thank you so much for your time.
businesses of all sizes to outperform their competitors by adopting innovation, agility, and global reach. Cloud has made it truly possible for local solutions reach global markets and vice versa. Cloud facilitates new ways and method of transforming the business. Easy adoption of cutting-edge technology brings in higher productivity and greater efficiency. Adoption of cloud solutions helps in achievement of additional business. Quicker turnaround time with lower cost of ownership. However, keeping pace with the emerging and ever-changing technology landscape, investing time and resources in cloud migrations, implementation and operations can take your focus away from core business. Leave your cloud worries to cloud.in. Transitioning to the cloud can be challenging. We at cloud.in can help you simplify your journey through the cloud. Cloud.in is a preferred and trusted cloud solutions provider to the leading and emerging enterprises. Our cloud services are designed to help enterprises make the right choices in maximizing returns from their cloud investments. We plan, build and manage your cloud journey. Our cloud experts, together with secure cloud enablement framework and efficient managed services delivery platform is what sets us apart. We have extensive experience of providing managed cloud solutions cutting across industry verticals. Harness the power of cloud with cloud.in. Partner with us today. Cloud is empowered.
Thank you so much.
Today's program, I would like to call Lakshmi Kant, Regional Head Crayon Team. Please, Lakshmi Kant, please come on stage and give the final. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. This is something which I wanted to talk to you, inform you for so long. In fact, I have been talking to you when we met one-on-one. So we appreciate your contribution to our success. We would like to thank you for your continuous support, encouragement, and love, affection which you have provided during all these years. So we have grown together almost in last 13 years. We have seen the era where people were people started the business with domain registration, then shared hosting, then dedicated hosting, and then now we are going to cloud. So there are partners who came from Ahmedabad, Baroda, rest of Maharashtra and Mumbai. So really appreciate that, and thanks a lot for joining us for this event, and thanks a lot for being with us for all these 13 plus years. We value your contribution, and like what Vikas sir said in his presentation, we are present in 26 countries and 36 locations. So anybody who wants to set up your offices abroad, so you can leverage on our strengths. So we can connect you to those countries, our counterparts. From there, you can take your business. If you need any help, you're always welcome. So that's it from my side. So once again, thank you very much, and appreciate your support.